Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile 2. Early access. In this episode, I'm going to be showing you guys the Melting Maelstrom. So you didn't know, but there's a unique mana flask. It's the only unique mana flask. What this does is you press it, and it'll recover all mana when used. So I have 5,700 mana. We're Mind Over Matter, Eldritch Battery build, so Mind Over Matter, mana matters. And then, so this flask will recover my 5,700 mana in one click. And then you can click this 7 times. And so 5,700 times 7, this flask can heal me for 39,900 mana. It's insane. It's actually amazing. It's also, the effect is not removed when unreserved mana is filled, and so apparently this is also healing 37 mana per second over the duration as well, because it's 372 mana over 10.1, so it's like 37 per second, and it would keep lasting even after, which is like one of the best mana flask mods back in like PoE 1. You'd want it to be enduring. That's an enduring magic mod. And then the downside to this flask reminds me of Forbidden Taste from PoE 1, that quartz flask. So the quartz flask, PoE 1, it would heal all of your health if you pressed it. It would also give you phasing and 10% spell suppression, but the downside was that it would make you take 75% of your life as chaos damage per second or something. For the whole flask duration. So it was absolutely crazy. And then like you needed to have chaos res, and then even with big chaos res you would still be, or it was like 25%. Either way, you take a lot of chaos damage per second. And that would like it would end up being like 600 damage of chaos damage a second, and you'd have to have like chaos res, and even with it you'd still be taking a ton of damage. Anyways, with this it's different. This is deals 25% of current mana as chaos damage to you when the effect ends. So it's not per second, it's current mana, and then this is before the chaos resistance. So we have 75. So imagine this being a quarter of the damage. So instead of 25, it's like 6.25. And then this is only one time. So even if you didn't have chaos res, you were 0, and you use this, heal to full, heal for 5,700 mana, and you would only take a quarter of your mana in damage. You can't die from this flask. This flask will only be saving you. It's not really going to kill you. There's obviously the case where you use this, and then later, when the flask ends, you get the damage, and then that can stack with something and get you killed. But like I was saying, it's not that much damage. It's only 6%, 6.25% of the current mana, instead of being 25%. So 0.0625 by 5,700, you're taking 356 after the chaos res. So it's not that bad. You're taking like no damage. So this flask is just insane. Heals you to full 7 times, and shouldn't get you killed. The flask was expensive. It was like 15D. That's the problem. It also, I have some more for this vid. So Melting Maelstrom, the lore is, what is life but a dreamlike spiral of panic? Okay, and then I was farming Simulacrum, so I finally did my first difficulty 3, and then I was doing a difficulty 4. I got a Melting Maelstrom drop from my Simulacrum, so I actually 15D drop, big fucking, and I've actually been liking Simulacrum a lot. So yeah, I took the difficulty 4, and then you come back to the start and put your simu. It's 82. It's the same as difficulty 3. It doesn't go up. And then yeah, I've been using the Trench Timber for the +4 for the big damage, and I'm still using my main links with like Fork, Arcane Tempo, Cold Pen, Scattershot, and wildshards. I'm gonna show you a simu because that's where I got the flask, but also just in general, like simu's pretty sick actually. I've been enjoying farming it instead of mapping. I actually hate mapping. It's like a prison. I'm stuck, and here I'm free, dude, in this tiny little map. It's so beautiful. So we're gonna enjoy some Simulacrum together, and I'll talk about the mods. So this one's just 1 damage mod, so I'm gonna keep the Trench Timber on. If I saw like over 2 damage mods, so like 3 or 4, or maybe a damage mod with pen, I might switch into the shield. So that's, yeah, this shield can give me 1,600 mana, taking me up to 7,300, and I gain like regen and stuff. So the reason I would do that is because we only have one portal in Simulacrum now, so if you die, you lose the Simulacrum. So if you have a hard wave, it's worth it to take a little bit longer, but survive so that you don't lose your loot. I seem to get the unique on the final wave, so you have to make it to the end. Alright, let's go. So I can actually AFK, and I've also been doing this, where I sit in the corner, because in Simulacrum, I mostly care about the bosses, and then the drop from the bosses, like that mana flask. Therefore, I don't care about this Simulacrum thing going up. Sure, this is extra oil, but it's not going to make or break me. I'm mostly doing this because I actually like the Simulacrum. I've been enjoying this AFK thing in the corner, and I wanted to show it off. And also, yeah, show the mana flask in use. It's actually really cool. We got Disgust. Bro, this shit's disgusting. Skill speed. That's fine as well. So yeah, we could just chill. So like the first 8 waves, I can actually just chill AFK. And then as we upgrade our build too, this gives me a reason to upgrade our build further, to get tankier, to get more damage, to scale it more, why to invest into the character more, besides just bossing and mapping. I like Simulacrum a lot. And then I guess I don't even care about it not having the last level of the difficulty, because I probably wouldn't be able to do it AFK anyways, and I still need to get stronger, so. Where's my loot? Armor break. 50% of fizz damage? God damn. I have no armor. Doesn't matter. They haven't even hit me yet. Oh yeah, for this I also disabled Blink. And I'm just using 2 extra skeletal frost mages. It's mostly because I don't need the mobility, and I don't want to have a cooldown on my mobility skill. So when I have to, I just start rolling around, and I have no cooldown, so I can use it whenever I need it. Where if I blink, then I have to wait for the cooldown, and I don't really need the big gap closer in this. I could tell that it changed because the stash was gone, but it showed on my thing, but it didn't show me where to go, but I've been learning. That first room always confuses me. +2 proj is fine. I'm going to stand in the corner with my portal and the, where you start the wave, so you don't have to move. The first 2 rooms are pretty sick on Simulacrum. I like these the most, because I can chill, and I'm pretty sure I'll like the later waves also when I get stronger. More damage, more tanky. It's both. That's where this Trench Timber's actually really good over the shield, of just doing more damage to kill the mobs, so we do the waves faster and we don't have to tank for as long and tank as much, because we just kill things so they don't stack up. But on the later waves, shit's just way tankier, where you need way more damage. Oh, Despair. And then, why is the loot all the way over there, though? That's kind of weird, eh? They can also, on the later waves, stack up Arch Nemesis mods with Kosis and Omniphobia. Bro, it was a nightmare. They had Invulnerability Aura, so everything was invulnerable but that dude. And then they had another one that was healing all allies around it. So the one that's healing is invulnerable, and I'm trying to kill the invulnerable, but I can't target it because we don't have, like... Remember that thing, Signal Prey, to target a single... Or like any of the other stuff I did in PoE 1? Yeah, no. So, yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure I used Convocation. And, yeah, anyways. Double monster damage. I'm gonna AFK. It could do a lot of damage, though. Like a volatile Craig will do a lot of damage. But yeah, it was actually insane. Like, the bosses just kept healing up. The bosses were invulnerable. Everything was invulnerable and healing up off of just these 2 Arch Nemesis monsters. And then they wouldn't die because they were healing up and being invulnerable. And my minions are targeting all of the monsters that are immune instead of just targeting the single dude who you can target. Pretty annoying. It's almost like when all the enemies are invulnerable, they probably shouldn't even be targeted by the minions, because, like, what a waste. But luckily I have so much AoE clear, like, coverage with the fork and all this stuff that I could hit stuff. I could hit everything at once, pretty much, and not just what I don't want to hit, you know? We're just hitting everything. So eventually I got the invulnerability aura down, and then I got the heal aura down, and then I Yeah, then the bosses went down really quick because they're no longer just healing to full and being invulnerable. It's crazy how the rares stack up with the bosses though. Bosses. He dropped Corrupted Blood Sword. Immediate. The spinning thing stacks Corrupted Blood. Does a decent amount of damage. I'd want to be Corrupted Blood immune while I'm farming this, to be honest. Wave 8. We got easy mods, just 1 damage mod again. We'll see if we can get blood. We'll see if they changed it yet. Apparently, bleed had to hit your life, so I've been immune to bleed because it only hits my mana. Unless they chunk my whole mana, and then I'm basically dead anyways. So I can't really get blood, it seems. Everything's just frozen. Oh, being in the corner is really sick too, because all of my stuff stacks up their abilities way more when you're in the corner. Using the wild shards, the fork, all this stuff works better against walls and in corners. And in like a tight circle rather than being spread out. So it's better to be in the corner than being in the middle of the arena. It's also funny how a lot of these mods don't do anything when you AFK. Like, I don't care about being frozen now. I'm just chilling, dude. Which, on the later waves, for damage, I start to do Eye of Winter because we can get the critical weakness stacks, so doubling our crit damage, and we can also get the exposure, reducing their cold res by 26%, which is just, if I'm killing them faster, then I'm taking less damage, so I'm able to chill more, and it's just holding down one button while AFK, so this is kind of like... Well, you're allowed to hold down one button, like weigh down one button, and then have that go while you chill. So you're actually allowed to do this. Oops. Man, there we go. I have winner. And yeah, I just cast it, chilling. I later waves, if I see a difficult one with damage, I'm still gonna cast it. I'm dying to volatile plants. Rare mod. Crit resistant. Big. They were getting shonked. New room. You can see the Deli icon. We got double damage. So on this one, now that we're into a later wave, I am gonna move with the 2 damage mods, but I don't think I'll die, but I technically could if I stayed AFK and some bad RNG happened with like a specific on death arch nemesis mods, like volatile well, actually that one's not on death. Volatile Craigs, or even like the volatile plants, like all that shit stacking up could kill me, I guess, with 2 damage mods. And then I've been running maps with like 2 damage mods in T15, T16, but it has the increased effect of the mod, so it's like 60% increased damage on both mods, so it's 120%, where this is only 80, so I technically could almost handle another damage mod, but it's also in Simulacrum scaling up the bosses, not just mapping, you know? So it's a little bit harder. This Flask is sick though. You could see where I got chunked and I just healed a full, like it's actually amazing. Another 2 damage mod, so we'll be chilling again. Not AFK. So last few waves I don't AFK, but I'm also still very chill. Oh, he's giving me back the currency I lent him. I gave him... I'm in a Simu though. He saw me on the... I'm gonna wait and respond after, because I don't want to die. Gonna Omniphobia. And the Mana Siphoner. Oh, Mana Siphoner down. Omniphobia going down. We already stacked him. It's good to just target the Omniphobia and everything else dies while I'm targeting the boss because of the fork and all the AoE. Except for that dude, apparently. Fear, Despair. Okay. Let's portal out to my mate. We'll grab it in the vid because I'm not going to stop the recording just to trade him. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I gave him 60 so he could buy some jewel or something. There we go. He paid me back in like a day, bro. Nice. GG. He's been playing Gimling with that crazy fast ability. That's funny. It's 1 damage mod, but it's LE ailment threshold, so I can't stun as much. I mean, freeze as much. And we're on a higher wave, so they actually will do more damage, but I'm gonna AFK. And I'm looking at the mana to use the flask, don't worry. Imagine we get another flask right now. Lightning Arch Nemesis mod deals hella damage. If I had pen on, I'd be dead. I'm gonna move. How? We're gonna target Kosis. Everything else will die. He's teleporting? It's funny that it still shows the unique thingy, even when I filtered it out. Monster damage. Oh, we should be fine. I hate Pen. Pen's the biggest damage mod. It makes me take like double damage. These are only 38, 34, 40% more. Mana Siphoner is scary. That shit just spawns and you don't see the Mana Siphoner right away, the effect. And so it starts draining you before you see the monster with the circle. It maybe should have like a very small delay before it starts draining. I don't know. Everything's dead. The way the trick is to just run around the outside. Ow. Oh, less effective curse. I can't use it. It's okay though. Killed everything. The LE res more life. They were tanky, dude. The last wave. Damage. Shocking. Okay. GG. So a trick that I like to do, if you were actually having a hard wave, you would skirt around the outside and not even let your stuff die. And the trick to do that is they keep attacking and don't move. So if you get far enough away, they just teleport. They don't gain their health back, but they're out of range of the monsters. And then being on the other side of the arena, the reason to do this, potentially, is our thing forks. So having the monsters be like stacked up and layered and across the room actually isn't the worst thing, because they'll like get forked and get hit by all the extra projectiles, and they actually like get stacked out rather than, you know, living. So something I try to do. Target the Kosis, everything else will die. Volatile Kregs are scary. GG, everything died at the same time. Yeah, our clear is insane. I like it because we only have to really worry about the bosses then. Everything else just dies while we're doing it. Perfidy. Rip. Oh, X actually stacks in the Simu. Nice. Stacked loot. GG. But yeah, the Mana Flask is sick. And yeah, that's difficulty 4. And then I didn't even switch into the shield, but we could have been tankier because you could just take off the +4. You do way less damage though, but you get extra mana. And like, so our skelly, or thing, 15,000 if we use the +5, the +4, 30k. So it's actually like double damage, and even the +3 would be really big. And then, like I said, I've been using 2 extra instead of using the blink while in Simu, and then the extra damage is really nice, where I could still use extra damage, and I could definitely use more survivability, both of those. And then like, there's 6 bars, bro, 6 bars in Simu. Our build's crazy. Either way. Thanks for watching my melting Maelstrom video, the Mana Flask vid. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in today's stream. Wait, one thing. Thank you to my Patreon and YouTube members who financially support the channel. I can't do this without you guys, so thank you guys for all the support. And thank you to Rico, David, Hannes, Cynic, Jono, Mercy, Silent, Austin, Alex, Johan, and Hate. Thank you guys so much for the support. Bye!